Ah. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Let's turn it down a little bit. Hello, hello, hello.
Easy Cleaning. Part of the Easy family of brands.
I need to redo the kitchen, really. Let me do, kitchen. Do I want wood in there? Yeah, like marble surfaces stuff makes sense. I do think one really big thing that's always funny when people give me advice on certain projects is 90% of the time what I'm doing is just copying something from something else. I'm not a very inventive person when I make something, especially realistic stuff, right? I'll make something look like something from a real image, and the amount of people who will like pop in and be like, oh, that's not what that would look like. This happened in university actually, and I'd showed him a picture. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying my stuff is like photoreal or anything like that, because it's not. But I'm talking about basic things, right? Like the shape of something. People will be like, that's not what it looks like. And I got to go and show them that I use like blueprints to shape it. I'm like, no, this is literally the shape that it is. I don't know what to tell you, you know? And it's like, how do you get decent advice from those people when they're questioning something that you literally copied from a blueprint? It becomes very difficult. I actually went on Reddit recently and got a lot of random advice. I don't disagree with mostly what anyone said. It's something that conflicts with some other things I've been told. Like a common consensus was to divide out my to not have two parts to my portfolio, not to have realism and not to have stylized. But I think something that people don't realize is, at least in the UK, I could probably go on LinkedIn right now and over half the jobs I will look at will ask you to be flexible enough to be able to do both types of art styles, or they won't say anything and you'll go to their website and they'll mention that they're working on multiple projects, and those multiple projects will vary from stylized and realism. Now, if I'm applying for AAA companies, which I'm not really, because there's not a lot of AAA work right now, their comments are completely valid, but I'm not. I mean, someone literally told me to just base all my work of like Blizzard work and then only apply for Blizzard. That is such a limited market of trying to find work that if Blizzard doesn't want artists or doesn't think my work is good enough, I've completely backed myself into a corner. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer in a lot of these comments, but I feel like when people feel like their answer is the only right answer, that's when it becomes a problem. Telling me that you can only have one type of art style on your art station isn't necessarily an incorrect thing, but when every single one of my interviews I've received recently is because my portfolio is diverse, it conflicts with wanting to do that. I'm actually looking now. Yeah, I won't show you the jobs I'm actually looking at, I'll just talk about them. Let's do past week. Obviously, yeah, Wushu, they do multiple art styles. Maintaining high quality assets, texture and PBR materials, create realistic, natural, hard surface interiors and exterior environments. Create stylized, natural, hard surface interior and exterior environments. Literally, bullet point after bullet point. Work closely with other disciplines. Yeah. Have I applied for that job? That actually kind of matches what I can do. Doesn't say when it was posted. I do think my portfolio can improve, but everyone's can. I feel like a really funny comment I get is like, just make something amazing. It's like, if I could do that, it would already be on there. You know what I mean? It's like, do you have right? It's less to, wow, I keep hearing like an echoing sound. It's less to do with my abilities, and more to do with, do I have the motivation to do it? Spending 6 months on a singular scene, for example, or 3 months on a singular scene, and really dedicating myself to the whole process is very demanding, especially when I've spent so many years feeling like I'm not heavily improving and being told by every teacher from my university and every person who came in, whether they were from Rockstar, from 505 Games, from Bulkhead Studios, they all said, your work's going to be trash at a university. You'll only really start getting better when you actually get a job. And I know that's not fully true, and you can obviously start getting better when you're not getting professional experience, but common consensus by everyone who came in did make it pretty clear that you will improve significantly faster if you get professional experience, and it will be a much slower grind if you don't get the professional experience. I think another thing people don't realize is how few jobs there are right now. Let me literally, right, we'll go for the past month. Right, 96 results. Let me see how many I can actually apply for. No. Yes. So I'm going to make a note of this. We'll just put 0 every time I see what. Again. Yes. No. Yes. No. 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 No, not CAD. No. No. Technical. Does that require programming? Yes, can't do that one. No. 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 Unity Juicer. Oh, an engineer. No. No. Really generalist? Probably could do that. I already applied for that. No, no. Yes. No. No. Programming. Engineering. No. No. Lighting artist? Technically, yeah. I haven't got dedicated lighting pieces, but I can do it. Depending on what level they want me to do it on, obviously. Game capture artist. Oh, video editor. No. Yes. Oh, man. Singer artist at Playdemic. That'd be sick. No, no. No. Yeah. Programming? Doesn't say. I'll put it down just to have it on there. Volunteer. Ooh, animator anyway. Not really an animator. Animator, CAD. No. We'll put in lighting. Concept artist. Designer. Designer engineer. Setter. Injection molding. No. Character artist. I can't really do character very well. Well, if I tried, maybe I'd be able to, but it's not obviously the field I'm in. Flame artist. Is this making literally flames? What a... Collaborating with producing your idea. It is! Oh my god, that's insane. You just make realistic flames. You're part of the VFX team, so I assume that's what it means. I'm not going to put that down. Animator, engineer, motion capture, programmer, UI designer, animator, VFX. We'll put it down just to add up the numbers. 2D artist. I wish I could put that down. I can't do 2D for the life of me. Animator, designer. No. Oh, no. Volunteer artist. I'm good. I mean, I could apply for it, so we'll put it down. Animator, motion designer. Motion designer. VFX. Volunteer illustrator. Can't do that. Animator. animator, lighting, technical artist rigger. Wouldn't it be a technical animator? We'll put down one of the technical artist roles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In a month worth of jobs being put online, there are 13 I can apply for. I think people think the market, when people tell me, and one of them, because I know somebody who's got premium, had over 500 applicants. Yes, my portfolio could be better, right? Yes, I could maybe have a better portfolio that would give me a higher chance of finding work. Does that mean that's going to be the only thing? I mean, sure, if I was top 1% of artists, I might be able to beat out a lot of these people, but I'm not top 1% of artists. I think the thing that gets to me a lot is I have some people say to me, oh no, your art station needs to be this good if you want to even have a chance of finding work. Then I look at their portfolio, and their portfolio isn't got much to it. And they've been in the industry for like 5-10 years. And I'm sitting there like, so you're telling everybody else they need a significantly better portfolio, but you somehow landed a job without requiring that? I find that such a controversial opinion. And maybe it's because they will admit that today it's much harder to find work without having a top-notch portfolio. But I feel like they should at least acknowledge that's really a rough reality for people still trying to find work today, right? Because I see juniors who are pretty mediocre still find work today. They do not have senior quality work and they get junior roles. Like I wish I could show one recently. For example, this kind of stuff is what I don't want to show the actual person. I've seen people with this kind of work on their portfolio find junior roles. And it's like, you know, this person themselves haven't, but I've seen people with this level of work get jobs. So yeah, it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow when people tell you, no, your portfolio needs to be much more senior level. And I'm like, I'm only applying for 25k a year junior roles. It's pretty much minimum wage. Yeah, but they want you to be senior level for a junior role. Damn. Really? Like, okay. Is that posted on my Discord that I'm streaming? It has. I don't know if anyone's been sharp because I haven't said anything. So, I want to redo the kitchen, but I kind of want to set up cameras today a little bit. I do want to check some sample scenes out. Which one am I in? This one. Oh, this one. I do want to look at some sample kitchens from a pack and see what kind of feel they had for theirs. See if I like it. Because then I could always just... I can't really copy them because the kitchen is in a very different location, but I could take some pointers from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, theirs is just like really, really basic. Like they have... They have like soup, is that the right thing? PCHT, PCHT, let's go kit. There you go. I like this one. Show and Explorer, show and folder view. Yeah, they got like stuff like this, and this is like basically their kitchen. So instead of having all this, they've just built it up themselves, which isn't the worst idea in the world. Not against using that. I do like the idea. I think of really using this material, yeah. It gets really dark in this corner. The exposure really messes up. Yeah, they've got like a quartz asset. Quartz with a Z, right? Got this. Oh, that's way too dark. I think I'm already using it. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Look at their own sink. We've been trying our best to not use assets just because I want to show that I can also... Because people always assume that when I say that, I'm like trying to look down on people who use pre-made assets. No. I'm trying to make my own assets because I want to advertise this scene as obviously made. I want to advertise that I'm obviously also doing the prop artwork for this scene, which I have mostly done. You know, for anyone who's seen this scene back when I originally made it, most of what's in the scene is made by me. Hey. And yeah, I was thinking of that. You mean like here, right? Like having the lights here? Like, sort of... Oh, no. Like a spotlight, probably. Like having, I wonder if it'd be better with a rectangular light. It's so bright. What? Ah. Something's like echoing in this room. It sounds like metal vibrating. Ah. I don't know what it is. That's so weird. So how's it going? Psycho sausage? Psycho sausage? Yeah. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, so you mean like under cabinet lights like this, right? Where we're lighting up. Obviously a bit thinner. Yeah, either spots or in the center of each top of the cabinet strip. Yeah. Yeah. So bright still. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it definitely helps there. I think it's still a little bit less in the light. I fitted both, but strip diffuse lighting looks better in my opinion. Like this? Is that what you mean? I have I had these kind of lights in one of my kitchens. I didn't put them in myself because I'm not a handyman, but you know, I say that. Have you ever met people who just can't even put like IKEA furniture together? Like they'll hire someone to like come put IKEA furniture together. I think that's crazy. At least I do that. Play some music for myself. See, the problem is you could do this, but you could also actually get, because it's UE4, we could obviously actually use a mesh with an emitter material, and that would obviously give it a look as well. Emit, light. Oh, I say that. That's not. Oh, I know why. And it would actually emit like that way. That's very bright, but you know what I mean. We could obviously actually use meshes to emit the light instead of using an actual spotlight. I'm not sure. I feel like spotlight's the way to go. Like that, I feel like it's just going to be better. And then I could always use a mesh to look like it's emitting light over there. I don't know if I'm going to have much things looking at the kitchen. I think it's just going to be like an area that you kind of see in the backdrop. So I'm not too fussed of giving it much attention. I do find something really funny. Talking about, you probably wasn't able to talk about. Talking about advice, I find it really, really funny that people get really defensive if you tell them that you're not going to take some of their advice. Because you can't take everybody's advice, as I've said, because everyone always gives conflicting advice. So you have to pick which ones you think will work better for the job applications you're going for. So someone will give you advice. I'm going to give you this advice for free because I'm a nice person. Which is, you know, they are being a nice person. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, they are. But again, you have to pick which advice you can take. So when you're having to say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm going to go with doing this instead. Some people get really defensive. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm sorry. So that looks kind of cool, like the little lights there. I still think they're too bright. I'm using a light setup from one of Unreal Engine's, one of their projects, or using their exposure settings. So I don't really want to. It's literally that ArcViz scene. I don't want to change it too drastically because if they have it at these settings, then I feel like I should. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's definitely already giving it a nicer look, isn't it? See, someone was saying like, oh, why have you got black parts of it? Why not just make it all white? And I think that just comes out way too singular color, don't you think? Like, is that, am I crazy? Psycho Sausage, do we think that's too white? Because like the alternative could be to use like a wood, I guess. Oh, it's not really the right way, but you know what I mean? We could use a wood. Whoa, it's very dark over there. Let's actually turn the right way here. There you go. I don't think that's worse. The problem is you could also have the lights turned on in general, which I don't, because they would be like a, what, 5 maybe? And they'd light up the whole area. But I don't think we want that. You like the black accents? Okay, I'll leave them on them. My friend actually did the kitchen. I've replaced a couple of assets now, but originally 6 years ago when I made the scene. And something that's really cool are these, but you don't see them in UE5 from like any angle. They're like really difficult. So I might adjust it slightly to make them a bit more obvious. What's his original material look like? Okay, so if I multiply, because he's only got it on, so this is only being affected on the roughness. So if I slightly put him in the actual diffuse, I can maybe show them through a bit better. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that looks terrible like that. So all I'm doing is I'm contrasting this out to separate out that pattern. Yeah, it's just in the roughness map at the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly, using this, we're just going to slightly, what's the best way to do it? Probably just set this up to a multiply, plug this into here, and if I wanted to make those parts ever so slightly gray, you know what, we'll do that. If I want to make them ever so slightly gray, we'll just do an add. Put that into there, and we'll just do like a 0.05. That's like very, very subtle. I can't even see it. Oh, what? Why's the light not moving? You can see the arrow, but the light's not moving at all. Huh. Wait, so it looked like this first. Now let's like this. Oh, I've got it reversed. I always do that. Right, so that's way too grey. I guess because black, you can only add a very small amount before. Alright, so there's a little bit of grey on there. So if they're a bit more easy to see now. Yeah, you could definitely see them easier. Still very subtle. Yeah, I'd say like there. That way we can actually admire the pattern. Looks like an expensive wallpaper. It does. It's funny how something really basic looks really expensive. That's usually how it goes. This should have been tiled, admittedly, but... Do we think these are too black? Should I bring them very slightly down on the dark value? I make them slightly more grey. No, that's too grey. Maybe like there. Obviously, these would have to reflect that. I hate that the light, the all exposure goes wild over here, and I don't know why. I know there's like nothing behind this wall, but it's almost like it's seeing through the wall and going, wow, it's bright outside. You know what I mean? And adjusting my thingy, my exposure to that. Whoa, I went really far back. Hello. Yeah, I'm not really going to take many shots of the kitchen, so I'm not too fussed with it maybe not being, you know, up to the same quality. I don't think it looks bad. Those lights there definitely help give it a more cinematic feel. You're never going to see it from this side, so there's no reason I should have added these lights, except that it looks kind of nice. We could have like a light at the front door. Oh, God. On if we wanted to. But I don't think we need to. I think that looks fine, it being off. My only problem is, look how bright the top of that wall is. I don't know why the lumen is reflecting in such a weird way, but what can you do? Because it's a flat wall, and I've put like a ton of blocking sort of volumes around it to make sure light leakage isn't happening. Well, what is happening there? Well, there is a slight gap. Maybe... No. Because you can see, if I were to block that, the top goes to dark. So it is like the do of lumen, but I don't know why it's bouncing so high, because we're getting it from here. This is mostly my assets now. I don't think not mine is the duvet, but I couldn't actually get one that looked better. So, oh, and this. So I might put a different lamp in. I'm not too fast making it not all mine, because it's just kind of an example of arc viz. I just want it to mostly to be mine. So cinematic shots, do we... I mean, we've got here... Like, let me do like an arc viz, look at an arc viz video, and we'll see arc viz tour. And we'll see how people tend to look around arc viz. Oh, well... Oh, his scene looks way better than mine. Oh. I was never meaning to have a ton of focus on this scene anyway. I wanted to get it out the way and just improve, because of my... I mean, I'll show you what the old scene used to look like, and you'll be like, oh yeah, it's worth upgrading it. So these aren't fully up-to-date pictures, I don't think. But yeah, this is... I did lighten it up a little bit more after this, but they look like this, right? So this compared to... Oh, there was a light in there, you can see. This compared to this. What angle was I looking at? That angle. Is a massive improvement. You know what I mean? And I've also added a bathroom and a bedroom. So loud, Steve, today. Do you want me to turn down my mic? Is that better? Also, hello. Wow, yeah, it is coming up loud, isn't it? Let's do this. And then we'll go gain. We'll adjust that. No, this is just random. I did have an original image that was kind of based on, but it's been so long I don't know where it is now. So yeah, it's not like this bedroom I just made randomly. I was like, we were sitting in building variation. Oh, hold on a minute. Let's see if we can find it. Walls? Yeah, we were sitting in here for a bit and we were just like designing where we wanted things to be. And I said, what about a corridor here? I mean, if I unhide. Oh, that is the bathroom. Because originally none of this existed and none of this existed. And I was basically just adding it in and saying, okay, we'll have a hallway here and then we'll have the bedroom here. I was going to have the bedroom here. And so I said, have it here so we can have the balcony and actually have some real light coming through. So that's what I did. We had the balcony with some real light coming through. Which I think was a good idea. Yeah, if I had this as an apartment, sheesh, it wouldn't be this clean, I can assure you. Like, we do have some limited stuff in the scene, but again, I don't think I want to put a lot of time and dedication into making it better. You know, I kind of just want to move on to something else. I only made this scene because it used to look like this. You can see me trying different lightings. But you know what I mean? I just wanted to upgrade it. Give it a bit of a glow up. And that's what I did. I've given it a bit of an upgrade. I like this out here. No hero assets. Not really, no, because it's ArcViz. And ArcViz doesn't tend to have really hero assets. Because ArcViz tends to be made... If you get a job in ArcViz... I know people who work in ArcViz. You don't make models. Put it into space. What, like... Put like a... space environment here and thingy. But yeah, I'm not interested in giving it any hero assets because... It's an ArcViz scene. If this was supposed to be like a game scene, sure. But when you work in ArcViz, you tend to just place assets around. I guess the closest to a hero asset is this, because I never removed it. But that's not very well textured. I got cameras in here already, don't I? Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I was inside something. Yeah, so this already has some blur on it. So, I wonder if we do this. Could be one of those pre-made game jam rooms. Yeah. Do we fly through just straight into the living room and do something like this? Cut it from here. And then possibly do like some panning shots, like just like some like this. And then maybe like... How do we do one from in here? Up the FAB of it. Oh yeah, good point. Oh god. Way around. I think that's good. I want it to be kind of not too high FAV because I want it to look ArcViz-y. And if you look at ArcViz pictures, their FAVs aren't usually too wide. Crop top and bottom. How do I do that? That's literally just... Oh, is it just here? Aha! No, other way around. There you go. Oh, that's a big crop. Jesus, that might be a little too much. How much to crop top for cinematic shot? 2.35 by 1. 2.35, really? Only that much? That's too much. That's too much, right? You like it? Oh, you don't think this is too much? I mean, if you don't think it's too much. I think that's so thick. I'm checking if there's any other recommended. That's like a middle ground that I like. No, yeah, 2.35 by 1 is the cinematic crop. Oh, well, for you, yeah, it's probably fine then. 3:1. 3:1? I mean, I feel like going anything that's not an actual number that people tend to use will look a bit weird. Like if I went 1.8. Oh, no, okay, 2. 2.1. 0.2. 2.15. Something like that, I think, might look a bit weird. Yeah, how do we approach this scene? Because this seems like very compact. Intentionally, it's supposed to be compact. But do I just do like a pan from here? Like do like a, maybe like a here, or maybe starting about here. Just pan it down. And then maybe do another one over here. That comes across. You think fisheye lens? I could always do this and have it focus on the detail of this afterwards. You know what I mean? So we need to add a bunch of cameras. So do we think the first one just coming straight in is a good idea? Do we think we should have a lot of movement? Like it comes in and then tilts over to here, then it goes into the bathroom? I feel like these kind of scenes tends to be only like up, down, left, right, and then FOV zooms. I'll make some. You know what? I can make some and we could decide if they look good or bad as we go. Let's come back till we reach the door. Let's reach up to here so we can see the painting, I guess. Let me actually select. Oh, what? I thought I deselected it. Clearly did not. There you go. Let's give you a select. Let's make you perfectly aligned. Let's be 0. Oh, no, not you. I think you do need to look down ever so slightly. This. Pull you down a tad, maybe here. And then 0? Yeah, 0. Cool. Let's go into a sequencer. A sequencer. Cinematic sequence. So now you need to add actor. Let's select the camera to make it easier. Add camera. There we go. We've only got the one shot right now, so we'll just leave the one shot in. And we'll set it to 60 FPS, so I know the values. So panning in 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. 3 or 4 seconds, right? We can always speed things up later. It's not a big deal. I have an idea what I want to do for my next project, but I need to look at a lot of I want to look at a lot of stories. I think I've decided that I want to just basically make another exterior scene for Stylized, but actually go really ham on it. Basically like I did 6 years ago, except I've got or 4 years ago, except I've got a lot more experience now to make it look better. And I also have a lot of YouTube videos I can watch. Like, I want to basically combine what I'm going to learn from Stylized foliage making to Stylized sky boxes to Stylized landscapes. And then stuff like that. And then basically merge all that together after watching all those videos and make a really nice environment. And then make some hero props. Is this going to be 3DX or whatever? I'm not on my YouTube, so I can't. Oh, you're on Twitch. I'm not on Twitch either. So you guys can't hear this because you can't hear my desktop. But he sent me a troll video. You know what? I appreciate that because it does say don't post videos of other people. You know what? I get told by people a lot. If you've applied for a company, keep applying. Because sometimes they literally just... They just, like... Especially if they put the job back up, it usually means that the person who got the job is now already quit. So just keep reapplying for the same role if it gets put back up. Don't worry that you got rejected already. That's something I've actually been told quite a few times. I got told by a couple of seniors that the amount of CVs they just chuck away and never actually use is pretty mental. Should it be more central? Should be more central, shouldn't it? As I've been saying to some people, I'm getting different, very conflicting opinions from all different leads and seniors. So it's very hard to basically take each... It's hard to know which advice to take. That is way too fast. Trying to get a junior around. So recently I've literally been told, Psycho Sausage, someone literally just wrote to me, and I don't think he's necessarily wrong, but it's still a mental mindset to have, that a junior should have senior-looking content on their portfolio. And I think that's just such a wild thing to say, because as much as I don't disagree, obviously if you have senior-level work in your portfolio and you apply for a junior role, you're going to get the job much more easily than someone who's not got senior-level looking work. But it just doesn't add up, because the amount of people I know who have got pretty garbage portfolios who are very senior in the or graduate in the work they are producing, who have landed junior roles, just doesn't add up because they have landed a junior role. You know what I mean? I think it's just super dependent on where the person's worked. If the person's worked at somewhere that for them, each person who works there who's junior looks senior in their portfolio, that's fair enough, and that is how they have clearly... That's how they view the hiring process and how good people actually are. Yes, this guy who just started woodworking doesn't have stuff that looks like it was made with 30 years of experience. Pretty much, like, it's a very wild thing to expect from someone, in my opinion. Again, I'm not necessarily saying he's wrong. Of course, you're going to have an easier time finding work if your stuff looks senior level. That's a no-brainer. But yeah, to expect that level of expertise on your portfolio, and don't get me wrong, I do see the occasional graduate who is just so much better than me. And I'm just like, well, it's just how it is. Some people are better, some people are worse. You know, I can't really say much about that. When I was in university, the stuff we were taught were very bare minimum. We were taught very bare bones stuff that almost everyone in my course didn't have the best looking stuff. They just didn't. That's just factual. And I still see people graduate similar courses with very like low end looking work. And that guy who I just mentioned, whose work already looked better than mine as graduate, he's in probably the top 5% of people in his class. Or top, maybe even 1%. He might be the best person in his class, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's harder to compete. Because they say that all the time, don't compare yourself to other people, because it is hard to compete to the people who are just very good at doing it. Started learning 3D a year ago. I think I'm going to be stuck on a building site for a while. Well, so people were looking at my art station, and I think I've got a pretty okay art station. I don't think it's amazing. I've never said that. I don't think I'm that talented of an artist. I've always said that. But I think I've got some decent pieces. I think some stuff on my portfolio shows the kind of work I can accomplish. Freaking, I've lost it. Like, so one thing people kept telling me to is to remove a lot of stuff because it was a bit overcrowded. So I've done that. I've pulled it back. Now, do I, like these two environments, you know, they're quite basic. The trees could be worked on. The building looks pretty bad. That building looks pretty bad. Yeah, the trees look nasty. There's a lack of elevation in the environment. But this is an older scene. But I do think it shows that I could put an environment together at the very least. And I got some nice looking, in my opinion, again, some nice looking assets. But again, it's not brilliant. It's not amazing. It's just kind of mid, if not lower. You know, this is maybe, some people consider this maybe 3 out of 10 work, which is a fair comment. I'm not saying that's necessarily wrong, once again. This scene, again, I think there's some nice assets in here. I don't think it's put together all that well, at least compared to what I could do today. No skybox really makes the sky look too basic. But overall, I think it's kind of okay. I personally think my take looks good, but I've been getting a lot of bad comments on this, saying it doesn't look very good at all. And I think my M4A1 nighttime shots are really nice, thank you. And people have said that my realistic stuff looks garbage. Outright. People have outright said my realistic stuff just doesn't look very good. And I was like, man, I thought my M4A1 looked all right. I don't know what to say. I thought my M4A1 looked good. I thought my take looked pretty good. I didn't think it looked terrible, but apparently it does. I think these scenes look alright. I think some of my stylized assets look alright. Like, they're pretty basic. There's no hero assets in here. But, you know, I could do some stylized stuff. I got some nice little stylized environments. Again, this was only made in like 5 days, yeah. You know, I've got this scene, which had a lot of cool little scenes in it. But, so I posted on Reddit, and the amount of people, so I didn't even post asking for an opinion on my portfolio. I was just saying, I was just posting about how hard it's been finding work, and I basically put my portfolio in there because I knew people would ask about it. But I said, I've only really posted, yeah, garbage is not even 8K full HD. Shocking. But like, people look at this and they're like, yeah, but it's not senior level work. I'm like, I know, because I'm not a senior. Like, what? I don't know. I think the expectation for artists right now is so high. They want you to apply for minimum wage. I think people don't understand how little people are paid in European countries, because I feel like a lot of people who commented on my work were all just apply for senior level. I've applied for everything, to be fair. I literally almost got a lead artist role. Like, people's opinions on my work, not to say they're not valid, they're just really harsh. Like, I think all this work, that shows I can make a pretty nice cannon. Annoyingly, I can't show... I also said this. I was like, for 2.5 years, I worked at a company where I made tons of environments. Some of the stuff I made at my last company, you guys would say, wow, Steve, you did that? You made that whole environment on your own? Because I was paid to do it. I was doing it 8 hours a day from the moment I woke up to the moment I finished work. And I did it for months on end. Why do you remind me of Squidward? What? That unrecognized, like, clarinet player? or do you mean the movements I'm doing? But yeah, like, I mean, a big part of these kind of scenes anyway is like the little bits of like animation and particle effects. Everyone's a critic. Everyone is a critic. It's why I love you guys so much. I've said this a lot, and I hadn't asked people about my work for a while, at least not in more art-dominated areas like Reddit, like the 3D modeling Reddit. And I've said to you guys in the past, like, yeah, people will criticize when you criticize someone's work, you just say what you think is good about it too, because you don't want them to change up what's good. When people criticize my work, all they do is poop on it. But you guys, when I'm on YouTube, you guys are super nice about my work. And I'm so sick of this thing of, yeah, but you don't want to hear nice compliments all the time. Yes, I do. When all I hear from other people are negative compliments, I want the contrast. I want people to say nice things about my work. I don't think people quite understand how it feels to only have negative comments about your work. It's not a good feeling. Those same people don't realize what it's like to only have negative comments because they complain that they only get positive comments because they're like, oh, I can't improve on just positive comments. You're right, you can't. But at least you can feel good about yourself. It was like this scene. This is a nice little scene. Again, it's nothing fancy. And that was one thing someone did really rag on my work. He said there's nothing special about my work. He said there's nothing there that really makes it stand out. And I was like, I guess so, you know. But equally, I see people with just a single radio on their portfolio, like a really detailed radio, and boom, they've got a job in the industry. I'm like, you've got one asset here, my guy, and you've got a job. Yeah, but it's a really nice looking radio. I still want you to make your super small scenes. I like my super small scenes. I think they're really cute, and I really enjoy making them. The only reason I want to make a big open scene soon is because the way it's made isn't actually that complex in a way. Like, you basically make a foliage kit, a skybox, some landscape materials, and maybe some modular assets, and boom, you can make an entire environment. And I could make condensed environments in that environment, right? I could make like a little city or something. So it can still stay condensed. There's not too much going on. So I don't mind that idea, but I don't want to sit here and spend 6 months on this really complex environment, because it's just, I just don't. One, a company, whenever I talk to people, at least in indie companies, they're never given that much time to work on anything. You can make a scene made from, yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I had to look at my own work after all of this criticism and think, does all my work just suck? Because when you put something up and it feels like 80% of the comments are just saying your work sucks, it's really hard to look at your work and think it looks good. And I don't think my work looks bad. And every wireless is, yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think my work's that awful. I've hit a lot of stuff now. I probably don't need these 2 things in here. One thing people did say was to break down my scene more. So if you actually look, I've got a couple more things now. Like, I got the build up. Well, that was one thing that I got a lot as well. Your portfolio looks a little too diverse, or looks like there's not enough focus in one area. Every job I seem to apply for wants me to have diversity. They will literally say they want you to be able to do realistic art and stylized, or they'll just say, we want you to be able to match our current projects, and they'll have a link to their website, and it will show that they've got realistic scenes and they've got stylized. So it's like, how am I going to focus in one area when I'm literally applying for jobs that are saying, or we want you to have jobs in another? I just went through a list of all the jobs I could apply for earlier. It's 13. In the last month, there was only 13 applicable jobs to my expertise that I could apply for. I didn't actually look at all of them, see which ones required both art styles, but most of them probably wanted generalist roles, because they usually do. It's very, unless you're applying for AAA companies, which aren't offering much work at the moment, it's very difficult to find specialist jobs. Changed my mind. Again, I'm in the UK, and I feel like a lot of people commenting were from America, and from what I could tell from Americans I know, that they allow you to do a little bit more specializing. It's like the Simpsons scene. A lot of people, someone literally said he hates this shot. He was like, why have you got this shot? It looks terrible. I was like, I like this shot. It's just like to show that there's condensation on the can. Like, and he just said the Simpsons scene wasn't very good. I was like, man, I like the Simpsons scene. I just can't win, because it seems everyone seems to think my work sucks. And when I try to say, oh, I like it though. Someone literally, right. I had someone say that I was being too defensive. Someone wrote, oh, you need to include breakdowns, and your environment looks too, your portfolio looks too diverse. It's got too much going on. You need to focus on one area. And I just wrote back, oh, that's really odd. The people I've been speaking to who've been senior positions have usually told me to keep my work diverse because of the generalist roles out there, and to, the breakdown one, I was actually told it doesn't matter for breakdowns. And then I added, but I will put breakdowns in. You're right, there's no harm in putting breakdowns in. I see no reason why I shouldn't be putting them in. I was just being lazy. And I completely agreed with him. Then I had a follow-up comment saying, oh, it seems like you're being way too defensive on your work. I just agreed with him. What do you mean I'm being defensive? Have you seen the one Sega posted recently? I have not. Maybe I have. I've been applying for a lot of jobs without even looking at the company. Wow, I can't believe I've got another ad. I'm listening to Spotify. I know today feels like I'm just complaining, but man, it's difficult to feel good about myself right now for all the criticism I've got. Yeah, go for it. Post a link. Where are you, Twitch? I'm going to click on it. I like how I had a go at you. Do not send links. Oh, it removed it. Oh, God's sake. Wait, why did it let make it cool, man? 3D artist role. I think I met a month ago. I probably applied for this. No, I did. I had an interview with these guys already. And they said they really like my portfolio. I think that's the funny thing. Is I keep the people telling me, oh, don't have generalist stuff on your portfolio because people won't like it. Every interview I've had has really liked my portfolio. Like to the point where they say your portfolio is amazing. I'm not lying, and they might just be being nice to me, but they've all said they really liked my portfolio. So again, it's very, very difficult to take this advice that I should limit my portfolio when all I'm getting is compliments about my portfolio. How can I change what I'm doing when anytime I have an interview, it's just compliments, right? Am I crazy? Am I being unreasonable for thinking that? Because hot damn, anytime I said anything against what people were writing on Reddit, I was apparently being defensive. Man, I don't like LinkedIn. What, just don't like the website in general, or... So we'll do a shot like that. We'll get another camera in. Oh, wait, no. I wanted to select the camera, actually. I want this part to be... Oh, it's a bit like there, right? That's the... Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird social media site, I know, and we know who uses most. You know what? I'm not saying... Now, it's when one of them appear in my chat now, and they're like, oh, I really like this guy, and then now I'm about to insult them. I am not insulting you directly. I want to precursor. I want to say first that I'm not insulting you. However, I keep meeting really, really defensive recruiters who tell me I'm wrong 100% of the time. Even if I'm just trying to have a discussion. A good example of this was when I was saying how much I dislike art tests. And I completely said I understand why they're a thing. Right? If what you have on your, well, at least the way I look at it, if what you have on your portfolio or on your previous work experience does not match up with what the company wants, I can understand asking for a art test. As much as I dislike them, it shows that you're capable of achieving their art style. Now, the reason I don't agree with them is because almost every other job, not all jobs, but almost every other job will not require you to do basically unpaid work before you can land the job. That's a big reason why probation periods exist. Whether I've worked retail, warehouse, call centers, even my last job, we didn't require an art test in my last job. All of them have probation periods to basically say, if the person isn't good enough during this probation, you can let them go. Yes, it wastes the company money. Yes, it's a risk for the company, but that is just what a company has to usually do. However, for artists, you have to go through 2 years of college, 3 years of university study. So 5 years of your life's already gone. You then, just be right, Steve, apparently, just agree with everybody that you suck, basically, is what these people tell me. You then have to go through, some of these jobs require 3 years of experience. So now that's 8 years of your life dedicated to this field. 8 years. From the age 16 to 24. If you somehow landed a job instantly and got 3 years of experience. 3 years of experience, right? You've now got 8 years worth of your time. You then have to get a very good CV, which every job needs, that's fine. A very good cover letter. Again, most jobs want a very nice cover letter. You then need a portfolio. Now, if you can't include work from work you've worked on, that was a work, from other companies, you've now got easily thousands of hours worth of work. And obviously you're improving. Steve, the cinematic god. Thank you. I'm being dramatic now, talking about how some recruiters, not people who've like talked to me that's actually offered me a job. Every recruiter I've spoke to in person, I have completely hit it off with. The very last one, we talked about Dark Souls for like half an hour. I get along very well with recruiters usually because I'm quite a a chatty person. I can talk about anything. I talk to people about everything. I like to think I'm a quite social butterfly, because I find everyone interesting, and I think that's a really good, helpful thing. If you find everybody interesting, you tend to find a common ground very quickly. So I tend to have a very good time. Every single I've got to the next stage in almost every single interview I've had. Whether or not that next stage was then let go because they then found somebody else or the position got... half the interviews I've had, the position just got removed entirely. Like, they didn't end up hiring anybody. But yeah, I get along really well with most, well, with all, every single, I still speak to some of them. Some of them still message me to ask me about things. That's how well my interviews tend to go. I like to talk to people. A lot of people tell me, I think it's a you issue, Steve. Oh, no, they don't know my name's Steve, but they think, I think it's a you issue. You probably just have a negative attitude during your interviews. You're probably just really defensive. Whoa! All I did was post my art station. Why are you attacking me? What was I saying about the... So yeah, so you got to go... So that's like 8 years worth of study and experience some jobs require, right? Then you got a portfolio, which could take thousands of hours worth of time. If you're working full time, like I have in the past, where I worked in retail and then I had to come home and do 3D, it's very demotivating coming home from work and then knowing you want to put more time into work, which is a big reason why I like streaming, because it kind of forces me to do it. I wouldn't have been as productive as I was if you guys wasn't here to help me be productive. You have to jump through a lot of hoops and then be told you need an art test. And I think what annoys me the most is when they ask for an art test for the sake of asking for one. You guys know that one of my art tests was 5 days long. Now, I won't say the company's name because I'm not going to throw them under the bus. 5 days art test. I spent easily in 3 days, 10 hours a day. So I spent 40 to 50 hours doing this unpaid work because they wanted an art test. And some people tell me, no, you don't need to spend that long. They just gave you 5 days. You could have just done it in the last day. Oh, yeah, and then compete with everyone else who's just spent 5 days on it. Their work's going to look better than mine if they spent the whole 5 days on it, innit? You know what I mean? So you're kind of forced to spend the whole 5 days on it. Unless you're like God's gift to art, you can get something amazing done in 3 hours. But yeah, it's like, and then I said to him, I was just saying on one of these posts that I just think it's quite a lot when they ask you to also do an art test, and I really disagree with it. And the fact that I had a 5-day one, I thought was ridiculous. And the first comment, and I said why I think I understand them, and I do understand why they can offer a company an understanding of what you're capable of, but that's why probations exist in my mind. Every other job just gives you a probation, and you can prove how good you are through your probation. And then if you're not very good, you just be fired. Yes, the company wastes money, but I waste 5 days worth of my unpaid time doing an art test. And if they've asked 20 people to do that, let's work out the maths. Let's say all I did was work 1 week, not 50 hours, so 37.5 hours, 1 week. Let's say they asked 20 artists to do that. There's, about 4 weeks to every month. That's 20 weeks worth of time. They have now just got 5 months worth of unpaid time from people. And you're telling me a company can ask everyone to do that and get 5 months worth of unpaid time, but they can't pay 2 weeks worth of probation to see if you're capable of doing the work? I'm sorry, you're taking advantage of people at that point. I feel like that's just how it is. Again, I get the point of them. And this person commented saying, you just don't seem to understand the benefit of having an art test. No. I understand. No, you don't. You should, he threatened me. He was like, you should remove this Reddit post because interviewers will look and do background checks on you. And if they find this, they won't offer you a job. Well, good. Because I don't want to work there. If they think what I'm saying is unreasonable. Because it's not. It's completely reasonable. Ask me to do a day art test. Invite me into the office for a day, and I'll work there for a day completely free. That'll at least be an experience. You know what I mean? Invite me in for a couple of days and just pay for my lunch while I'm there. That'll cost you like a tenner, 15 quid for a couple of days lunch. That's pretty worth it. I don't mind. I'll go get a hotel that I'll pay for myself. At least I get an experience out of it. Telling me to sit at home for 5 days and give you 40 to 50 hours worth of my free time and then not even giving me feedback? I'm sorry, that is asking a lot from somebody. Like, all they said to me was, it's good but not enough. And then I said, have they got any more feedback for me? Oh, let me check. I never heard back from them. It's been like 4 months. 5 months probably. I'm like... I don't know how much you guys like when I do these like big talks about things. I hope you guys find them entertaining. That's kind of the reason I move around and make them a little bit energetic when I talk about them. If you guys don't like me talking about these things, I will just stop, but I like to think you guys find them entertaining. So we're going to call this camera... we'll give them nicknames. So we'll go camera, front door to living room. Then we'll do this one. Has that renamed it for me? Nice, it has. Cool. So that's our new one, which is this one. This one shouldn't move. We'll pilot this one. I've got a couple of cameras in here. Oh, it's not called A. It's just not got the rest of the night. What is the... Oh, does that mean it's in the sequencer at the moment? Is that new? I don't remember that. I think it's funny that, like, as an artist, this is going to sound really random, but I do think it's true. Which way do we want to pan from? Do we think panning from here? Or do we think panning from here? I think doing like, maybe doing like this and doing a full pan over like this would look good. That way we nail both angles, but it just like pans between them. Yeah, I think like this. We'll have a little bit of the fern coming through, so that way we get a bit that depth of field look. Oh god, everyone's gone really quiet. Did you all leave during my rant? I'm sorry. Am I being dumb? So this is going to be living room pan. Sounds like a pan like you use in the kitchen. How do I add a shot? Insert shot. Oh. No. Can't base selection, no selected track. How do I just want to add a shot, because you can select this and then you can change what camera it is, right? Edit. Oh god, it's been a long time. Wait. Thumbnail. Wait, what? Oh, it's a camera cut. Can you change the time of day? You could make it dark as if... So you think it should get dark throughout the day as I'm doing it? Because I can do that, yeah. I can actually add that to the sequencer, so that way it has the exact same day to night as I record. I've actually done that before at my last work. So what have I done here? I'm a little bit... That's a camera cut. If I double click there, I go into whatever this is. I'm very confused. Yeah, look, select camera. Have I done something weird? How do I go back to the last one? Or have they just changed it and I'm not fully aware of what I'm looking at? You open it up. I've got this weird camera cut thing here. We'll delete that. Shots, add shot. That. There could be invalid level sequence. Payback level, shot. See, these are from different environments. I'm very confused. What have I done? How do I add just a shot up here? Let me delete and start again. Oh, after it saves. Why? Yeah, the hard drive's plugged in. I think this is being saved on a external retry. Thank you, Wolf. How's it going? I've just been ranting about things. Ranting. Complaining. I'm very confused. What is happening? Why are things failing to save? Oh, I know why. Oh, this shouldn't be causing the issue, right? I know this will be causing the saving issue, yeah. I don't know. Let me create a new one. I'll delete this one. Add a new level sequencer. Cinematic shots. Open. Doing pretty good. Good. So, like, if I do this... Oh, if I add a camera, so let me... Oh, this one here. Whoa! I was so zoomed in. Go navigate this one. There you go. Go from here. Add... Oh, select it. Add camera. Yeah. Make it 60 FPS. But yeah, they've definitely changed how this works. This is definitely different than it used to be. Yeah, look, it's got a cut on it. Look, what is this? What is this? This red bit. Look, when you go to stretch it out... What? So if I double click it, we go into a different thing. This isn't how it used to. Everything looks photoreal and it's nice. Oh, thank you. I had someone completely insult the scene and say it looks terrible and the lighting looks all wrong. I'm glad someone else is coming in and saying it looks decent. Make me feel a bit better about myself. Not coming to chats. I asked for people to review my art station. A lot of people didn't like it. I'm going mental here. This isn't how sequences used to work, right? I'm like baffled, but what's going on? Like, how do I go back now after double clicking the cut? Now I'm in the cut. How do I leave? What? Here's what I remember, being able to add new cameras. If I do that, it'll add the camera in, yeah. Now we've got the camera shot. I'm so confused. This is so unfamiliar to me. I'm getting way too many ads. I'm gonna pause that. Close that. It's trolling you. No, you should see the Reddit post. I won't post it just because there was a lot of controversial opinions, but people were really digging, like, not digging, like the opposite. People were really, thank you. People were really, hating on all my work. They were just saying my art station has nothing to offer. It doesn't look good. Like, no, I wouldn't hire you because there's not enough here, even for a junior role. And I was just like, damn. Okay. Oh, sheesh. Like, what was I going to type in? I lost train of thought. What was I going to type in? Oh, right. I want to listen to music. I can't hear the music you guys are listening to. Hopefully the ad block will block the music. I've always said I don't think I'm that brilliant of an artist anyway, but people are really just going ham me. What is this red line? I've never seen this red line before. Usually it's just this one, and this is where you select how far you want it to go. I've noticed a trend with Reddit where everyone is starting to go whack over. Yeah, it does feel that way, right? Well, I can't agree. What I've seen from you all of it is perfectly fine. Thank you. Like I said, I've never ever thought. I've always said I think I'm mediocre at best. I've never tried to claim I'm an amazing artist. I just think my art's okay. But to say that they think it's garbage, I was like, man, rip me. I have no idea why this is so different than what I recall. Can I create a matinee instead? I know how to use matinees more. Oh, wait. What's the difference? What did I do? Level C... Wait, is that why? Because I didn't use the same one? This used to be matinee. Am I supposed to be using this one? So this is an empty one. If I select the camera, and then I add that. Okay, that looks kind of familiar already. Oh, yeah, this is already more familiar. Okay. I think you just stretch this the way you want. I'm not getting a second red line. Good. Really want it to be 60. I mean, funnily enough, despite being told all that by people, I was literally offered... You guys probably think this was cool. I was offered to go somewhere. I think to go, I don't know if they mean to do it online, and to do like a lecture on being an environment artist. I was like, that's cool. So let's say if I had a render of this hall and didn't know it was UE5, I'd honestly believe it. I don't look at lighting most of the time. I just enjoy the art of how it is. Yeah, I mean... I think this looks pretty good. I didn't do a lot of the light myself. Unreal does a lot of the heavy lifting. I've just made some of the models and done composition. But yeah, I don't know. People like to insult my work. That's why I've said to you guys in the past that you guys are lovely because I get a lot of nice comments from you guys. But whenever I share my work anywhere else, all I get is pooped on. Like, I love it because people say to me, oh, you don't always want positive though, because then you'll never know how to improve. Sure, but when all I get is negative, it just makes me not want to do art. I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect here between what we want. I don't want to be told all my art sucks because I still want to appreciate my own work. Am I done? Where did it go? Oh, camera, where are you? Oh, you're... Wait, how is it showing that if it's like behind... Huh. Okay. You know what? We're going to pull it forward ever so slightly then. Because that way, because it just looks weird not being through the wall. It's not supposed to seem like they're saying it's because you are doing what they can't. To be fair, a senior artist did say that. There's a senior artist I talked to who really likes my work, and it does make me feel good that a senior likes my work. And he said, I bet 90% of the people who made those comments can't even do anything you can do. And I was like, ah, that's really nice, man. Like, he did say, yeah, of course at least there could be improvements and stuff, but who can't improve their work? See, I've got a very nice singer artist who does look at my work, and he made me feel a little bit better about my work. See, I can't see what's going on over there. I think this would be a good still shot right here. So this one. So if I add here now, add living room, and then can I add a shot? Yeah, there you go. It's working now. So this is what I'm used to. My work's perfect. What I find ironic, right, and I won't show you any of their portfolios, is I feel like some of the people who said to me, no, your work needs to look a lot better than this, they work in the industry, and their portfolio, when they first got a job, looked way worse than what my portfolio looks like. And it's not to insult their work, because they haven't worked on their portfolio for like a decade, but they were able to get a job at that level, yet I have to be much higher level to get an entry-level job that they got at a much worse level than me. I don't feel bad around them or feel incomplete. Yeah, I like my work. Meg Coleman said, he likes my small scenes, like my small pack scenes, and I do too. I think they're really fun to make. That's a big part of it. I like, when I do art, the problem is when I do art, I like to make what I enjoy making, because it's in my free time. Yes, I should be pushing to do stuff that I think publishers or developers might want to see when I'm looking for a job, but it's hard to push myself to do that when I like doing what I enjoy doing. Just open up your own 3D studio. It does feel that way sometimes. I just don't have money to do so. Money. Living room pan. Okay, I think I got it working now. Yeah, I don't know why it looked different doing it the other way. Maybe that's a new thing they've added and I'm just very unfamiliar with it. Excuse me. Okay, so we could... Let's just go here for now. We could just pan it ourselves like this. Ooh, that went really far. Pan it ourselves, and I feel like I want to reach... There's nothing interesting to look here, but I want to reach... like here. Oh no, we definitely want to reach it more like here, actually. Yeah, maybe like there. And then do a transform and see what we get. Okay, so it kind of goes up. We kind of want to pull it back. Like a nice wide shot, like here. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, that's nice and smooth. Yeah, I like that. Just full screen that and have a nice little pan. This shouldn't be at 100% at the moment. No, yeah. 100% will be a little bit improved on the quality, but... I don't think that's bad. It raises up quite a bit, but I think that's not the worst thing in the world. It's that angle there I don't really like, but... UK don't actually need much money for it. True. What I've been doing is applying for jobs at other companies. Countries. Companies, yeah, of course, companies. That's called applying for jobs. I don't like the sort of push on that side of my head when I move to this part, but at the same time, I want to look over there when I'm done. Maybe here it needs to be more flat looking, like here. So we get a oh, slightly clip through the wall, but we get a nice, and then it pans. I feel like I want this to be still. I want it to be more over here already. Is the problem like that? I want it to move quicker and then pan. Yeah, like that. So we get a nice slow pan at the end. I think that's a good idea. Similar here. So we get a slower pan. So we come out and then we start panning quicker. Not go through the wall, that'd be lovely. We get the leaf go past us, kind of cool depth of field effect. We don't get the wall clipping on us now. Then we start panning everywhere. We don't turn too quickly, and then we get to the end and we do like a nice turnover. Yeah, that's way better. I've been applying for Japan. I applied for some American ones. Maybe I should apply for Germany. Could I work in Germany without speaking German? Would that be something that would really be difficult to work if I can't speak it? Because funnily enough, the Japanese ones I actually don't fully mind. Sure, maybe I'll apply for some in Germany then. At this point, I don't care where I work. I've got a passport. It'd be really cool to work somewhere else, to be honest. I want to check the camera swaps. The only problem with these like swaps is you usually get like a slight bit of glitchiness as it swaps camera. Because it like focuses up. That's a really nice shot. I like that. What do we think of this pan? I don't want to micro everything, so... If you think it looks good enough, you like, but if you feel like there should be a very big change that I've got going on. I think at least it's slow at the end a bit more. Hold on a minute. I feel like this needs to come over. Because I felt like I was going a slight bit too fast. Oh. Kind of feel like it should be ever so slightly still. I'm not maneuvering it. Ever so slightly here. So we come up, but we still slightly move back. Yeah, like that. Right, the big question is, as well, is how long do we have these endpoints before swapping camera? Because we want it to probably sit still for a second here to get the feel of the actual environment. But how long for? So it stops like here. Yeah, so it's like about 1 second. How about we round it up to our frames? Right, now we've got to think, do we want this to instantly snap? But like what I want here is it to come to a slower. So if I click, I feel like that'd be all you'll hear is me talking through the walls. Like, come on, that didn't hit me. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry that was loud. Like, yeah, I'm sorry I was being a bit loud last night. I was just playing some Overwatch and I was getting a little bit heated. And you got to do that thing where you're like, no, don't worry about it. Hi, how it will look with path tracing. Let's save first. You can just click path tracing, right? We can see what it looks like. There's a way to speed this up, am I right? Because this is a really slow bit at the bottom. Well, it'll render each frame, right? Presumably. I mean, let's get a better angle first. Wait, we'll minimize it so it's faster anyway, but let's get a better angle. Like here. Nice look there too. Yeah, they both look pretty nice. There's a way to speed up path tracing. I'm not crazy, right? Is it in post-processing? Oh, it's on quite a high bounce, to be fair. That'll probably help speed it up being a bit lower. Sample per pixel. They're not being changed. Denoiser. I mean, I feel like turning this down too low is gonna... I mean, it's faster, but I feel like... We'll see what the end result looks like. I've had a cold again recently. I had surgery like 3 weeks ago for my tonsils. I'm glad I didn't pick up the cold during that. Oh, look at this. It's like a weird lens flare. See that? That should. I mean, again, I've got the samples a bit low. Oh, you can see like the God ray coming through. So that versus that. Well, it's surprisingly darker, isn't it? Like, this is quite more lit up. So, do we think we want a camera? Do we think? Think, Mark. What does he say? Where would you be in 500 years? No, who would you have that was it? 500 years. You, Dad. I love you. And it's just like... If you guys haven't seen Invincible, I feel like this is a cool angle just because, like, seeing this. But, like, do we pan over like this and come through? I think that'd be cool. Right? How do you move on a curve? Because I feel like this isn't going to work unless I move on a curve. Can you move on a curve? There's got to be a way. I've never done stuff like this. Like, camera crane, rail. Because I know that they've got, like, a lot of this kind of stuff. How does this work? Oh, so you can use that to actually sit it on top. I don't need that. I need a track. What's this? Whoa. Whee! I feel like this is like a really overkill. I mean, if you get good at it, it's probably amazing, but... Media plate. Is that like to put movies on and stuff? Or to put a video on? Anyways, we'll just do something basic for now, and then we can add some cool looking shots later. So we want one for the bathroom. So this probably needs to be quite a wide shot, but I feel like this may just need to be like literally like just a down panning shot, just like something like this, or maybe even up. Yeah, maybe up. So you can see like this rug here or something, and you see the bottom of this cupboard, and then we just go like a bit faster, a bit slower, but we'll slide in between. And maybe I could even maybe pan it down as it raises. And then probably just like a second one that's just like either like this. It's a singular pan, or we could do a rotation as it goes. I don't think we need the rotation. I think just the pan from... Who's messaged me? And maybe from here, because I could always do that thing where you get close to your object, and then we can like do the FOV or the depth of field, focus on that as it swaps to the next scene. Might look pretty cool. Yeah, camera. We'll just copy paste that because it's got some of the nice presets on it. I'll call it bathroom camera. Camera shot 1. So what do we think? I don't think this is a bad shot, but do we want it to go up? So this actually got a nicer depth of view on it. Or do we want to go down? I don't know why I like... I like down more. Do we start at the top of the cupboard and like look from here, and then we can pan it like this? Or do we think an actual just pan and no rotation is the way to go? And we just do like here, so we can see everything a little bit. I could always pan it like this. You could just see out the door, or we keep it strictly here so that we don't see out the door. Lots of options. We can change our mind later. I'll get them kind of set in for now, and then we can make any decision we want later. I've always said something that's just really good is just getting things done. Because it's better to get it done than to sit there and not get anything done. The amount of artists I know who have never even finished an environment because they just get so caught up in making everything perfect. So I like just getting something done, and then you could change it later, because at least it's there, and even if it's not perfect, you might have something to show. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of the way I like to do it. Oh, the 3 lines. Oh, what, you mean the, You mean... Wait. Where is it? Does it not work because I'm in a camera? Do you mean the put camera? Yeah, I've used it before. I'm not putting the camera here just because this camera had nice settings anyway. But yeah, if I come out of this... Oh my god, I'm blind. And it is here. But my correct camera here, there you go. I just don't want to change some of the settings I've got set out for this. I'm being lazy. You mean the wrong way. Exactly. I don't know how long we want this shot to be. I'll just do... That's 1.5 seconds. That's going to be too fast. Do it... Make it long for now. Oh, you guys been watching the Fallout series? I've really been enjoying it at the moment. I've only got 4 episodes in. I'm watching it with a friend. I actually might ask him. Everyone's messaging me. Oh. I've got like 3 groups of people talking to me, including then separate people. I'm streaming now. The reason I've not been streaming much lately is because actually people have been wanting to hang out more, mostly online, so that's it's not as thingy, but oh my god, like Mr. Popular right now, not really popular. Does it count as popular if you're just like a filler person? You know what I mean when I say that? So we do that, maybe pan up a little bit. I don't know. Again, we could change it later. Oh no, that's terrible. I don't like that. You know what? Well, let's disconnect and just move the camera manually so I don't have any rotation when I do it. Just see that maybe? Oh, I haven't moved where I want to actually do the shot. Move it down to there. Navigate the camera or take over the camera. The actually depth of field's wrong at the moment. We want it to like basically be around the toilet like that, so that way the toilet's nice and sharp, and that gets a little bit blurred. We can also, what I like to do, where is it? I was doing it the other day. That's a focus offset, yeah. Not that. What I like to do is make the blur really, really, really strong so I can see exactly where the blur is happening, but I can't remember where it is. Yeah, I've lost what the setting is. Advance? I was doing it the other day. It's the f-stops, is it not? Oh, is it one of these? There you go. I like making it like super strong, so that way I can really pick where I want it to go. So if I do that, like I could say, oh, I want it to be just hitting this tip right here, and then I could start changing which parts. So yeah, I never remember how these values work. Yeah, then I can like adjust how much blur we're gonna have. So we'll go like 2. It keeps most things sharp, but we still get a little bit of a blur. Like right here. The question is, do we like that camera? We want 2 shots in here anyway, so I'm going to just say it's good enough for now. We can change it later. I want it to be faster though. Again, get things planned out. It's like we're basically doing a block out for our camera setup. Look at it that way. We're blocking out our camera, and then when we're done, we can then improve. Well, we can then move the cameras around to where we want them, right? That's how I like to look at it. That's how I like to work. You know what? Something I actually learned recently when I was at a job is like, depending on who you're working for. See, I don't like that angle now. Ignore it. We'll change it later. Something I learned, not just basically in all my jobs, you need to be able to determine if the person you're sharing work to, I get freelance, whether you're just sharing like you guys, you need to know if the people you're sharing the work to will understand what a work in progress looks like. I have had people say to me, I'm like, oh, so this is the progress I've got in a moment. Like, you know, if you want to have a look at it, like it's nowhere near finished levels. Just tell me what you can tell me what you think if you want. Still needs texture it, still needs UV map it, you know, some stuff. And I'll show it to them and they'll go, I mean, I like it, but like, I don't like that it's gray. I'm like, yes, it's not textured. That's what I just said. Like, you'll get people who you have to really understand if you can show work in progresses to them. Because some people just don't understand what a work in progress is. And it can cause this really funny environment where what I just said, you'll show them and it will be like, oh, we're just going to do a place camera here over here. Oh no, because it's not got the setting. I don't copy it. Yeah, and it's pretty funny because you just gotta know if you're able to have those kind of conversations with them. Here? Here? I feel like more FOV on this one. What's the FOV normally? I know, about the same. It's just not the bottom cut off. Maybe we'll have it slightly because the bottom's cut off. But yeah, it's very funny, some of the things you'll have to... some of the things you have to... Well, depending on the person you show, you have to know if you are able to show that person work without them not realizing, or if they do realize it's a work in progress. And that can cause, especially in a work environment, that can sometimes cause some difficulties, I'll say. And they can be quite funny, even if it's, some other people might find it annoying. Wait, no, we want that to have a slight pause after it's found its end location. And then we want to add our new camera, bathroom 2 shot, perfect. And then we want to add this, and we want to pan it over. Now, this one I'm not sure if we want to pan, or if we want to pan and rotate. So right now, we're going to come out of it, and all we're going to do is pan first. I'm just going to pan it over to here. See, I already think it's too high up. Oh, have I got recording keyframes? I want it to be a little bit lower than that, because I want it to end up here, and I feel like we need it here. Yeah. Being a 3D artist is also being part cinematographer. Deal with it. Okay, not there. I want it to be very slightly forward. I want it to end up very close to that, because I want it to do that thing where something's really close to its face, and it just like, or its lens, and it basically does that thing where you change the FOV when it gets close, because I always think that looks kind of cinematic and cool. Yeah, like that. We'll get close to there like this. We'll transform, so that way we're doing this. Oh, look at that reflection looking weird. Whoa. Was that the camera? Oh, the camera's looking weird. It's causing some weird effect. That's a good point, actually, now that I've said that. Let me navigate the camera. Ooh, yeah. So the problem with reflections in Unreal Engine 5... in Lumen, sorry. There's stuff I need to learn also. Yeah, people really don't understand, like, the amount of stuff you might have to learn as a 3D artist. That's fine. I'm not putting anyone down for that. There's a lot of stuff you need to learn. Like, do not get me wrong. A big part is being able to advertise your work in a very cinematic way to make things look cooler. I want the camera to slightly be turned over. I feel like I want it to be slightly tilted. Like me when I play video games. It's going to reset when I do this. Whee! Not quite where I thought I was going to spin. Nope. Why is my roll so weird? Why is the camera over here now? Huh? What? Whee! What the heck? That's so funny. What? What's over here? Oh my god, what happened? Wait, have I broken it now? Oh, kind of. Alright, change your... Is it because it's negative roll? 0... Okay. I'm scared to move it now. Well, that's the focal length plus rotation here. See to 0. So let's look at behind me now. Turn it around. okay. I think it was because it was looking like the other way. So here, maybe a slight tilt on the camera will look a bit better. Maybe 190. Too much. We'll go 185. Yeah. All right, now we move over to where we want it to go. And we're going to actually just move the numbers here because it should be on the y-axis. Damn it. It's not the y-axis. Whee! We'll just move it manually. As you move towards the shower, are you going to turn towards the door? No, I don't know. I was going to make it so it looks like the shower, and then we get a depth of field shift so you can see the detail in the shower. That was the idea, anyway. So we do this. Which you can see the door, which is kind of cool. Transform. So we do this kind of pan, and then when it sits here for maybe like half a second. But yeah, that's about right. I'll set the focal length. No, manual distance focus setting. That one. Let me. I have to set that already before changing it at the end. We'll make it go fast for now, just to see what that looks like. Then I think if I take that number up, yeah, you see that? Now we focus on the shower. So we're going, whoops, that's not the number I'm looking for. 30. Like this. That way. Oh, that's much slower than I thought it would be. Navigate. This one. Yeah, I definitely want it to go faster. Whoa, it's so fast now. Something like that, you know what I mean? 0. Snap until we get the most focused. About there. And we get a nice blurred background and we're just focusing on that shower. It's not the most detailed thing in the world, but I think it's a cool shot. And if we turn other things up and down, we'll be able to make stronger, weaker blur. This changes, yeah, that, okay. The question is, yeah, what FFV do we actually think we need in here? I think this is probably fine, right? I don't know. Again, we'll leave it that way and we'll move on to our next one. I want all the cameras somewhat set up. So that way I can just move on later. So, we've got one from over here. I don't really need one for the kitchen. Because again, I didn't really make it. We could... I mean, we could have one like this. So we get like the pattern off of that. Maybe like here. We're going to have shots manually on there too, so we don't necessarily need everything shown off because the shots will shut off. I do think a rotating one over here would be kind of cool. But then how would it come through? Would it rotate and go like this? Because this isn't the best angle. The one that's probably the best in here is probably like this angle. Maybe it's just worth doing a pan like this with maybe a higher FOV. Not sure. It would look cool to have one coming in through here. It could always just go straight and then we cut to another one in here. Oh, that's a good angle. No, I like this one. Yeah. Okay. Let me add a camera here just for now. Let's just add that to my sequencer. Oh, well. So I don't know where this shot's going to be, but we'll just make a keyframe in here for now. Because we could just do this, right? Because it gets the mirrors in too. So if I just make some keyframes here just to hold on to this shot. Because I like this. It's really nice. We'll call it bedroom camera. Let's lock out that. Any games you've been playing recently? I've just installed a bunch because I want to try some. Let me look at my library. Difficult game about climbing. I played some more Getting Over It again. Hunt Showdown. Oh, I started back up on Monster Hunter Rise. I played some Content Warning with some friends. I tried to play Destiny, but I find it really boring. I played Bokura with my friend. Darkest Dungeon was something I was playing a little bit. And I've just installed a bunch of games I want to try out. What have I just installed on Epic? Neo, Nioh, and I want to play some Ghost Runner, which is a one they just gave away for free recently, but I already had it for a bit. I also want to play some Dungeon Keeper and a game called Cocoon. Oh, and SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom, and Control. Yeah, there's a lot I want to play at the moment. Did we make this camera? It's showing off a lot of roof. I think it needs to be down. I do that a lot with my renders. I show up a lot of too much roof or too much floor, which is terrible. I'm not saying that's a good thing. That's a terrible thing. I just have a bad habit of doing it. God, it was weird having people tell me, acting like I had some sort of pride with my work. People don't know me at all if they think I have pride with my work. Freaking, I'm one of the worst people for just going, yeah, my work's trash. Yeah, okay, so if we... What would be the previous? Some good games in there. Yeah. You ever get the desire to play bad games, though? Sometimes, man. So do we come in like this? Like, this is where it starts, right? How is that going to pan if I don't have any sort of rail? Oh. Oh. Oh, I like it. I think it's a fraction too fast. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay, and then if we do want it to come from the corridor, how do we need to do like 2 shots of that, right? So the first one would be coming from like here-ish. So it pans over to that slot. And then the one before would be coming in. Problem is that height right now I'm not really caring about. I could always adjust that later. Woo, woo, woo. Oof, too fast, way too fast. Let me move these over and then move this back. Okay, it's too much of like it's coming out. Maybe we pull this one in a fraction so it starts closer. Yeah, there you go. So that way we're actually coming over to it. Again, the height's a bit weird, but we can adjust that later. I don't like the pan now because we've got a lot of moving camera here. Maybe I need to actually make it look over like this. Because we've got such a moving camera, it feels weird to make it the last one pan instead of actually rotate. What have you been playing recently? Anything good? Yeah, there you go. That looks a little bit more cinematic coming in. Maybe even more of a tilt on it, to be fair. I've been watching some interesting shows. Got for Invincible, been watching Free Run anime. I'm now watching the Fallout series, which is really good. I recommend anyone watch that. If you guys like, not even if you don't like, if you like or don't like Fallout, like the games. If you've just watched or played, if you've not played it or anything, go still watch it. It's really good. I think it'll be fine for anyone to watch it, really. This needs to be more central, like here. That way we get a nice sort of going in camera. See how this looks. Feel like we're gonna want a slight tilt on this one, so we're not fully going straight. Now the camera's slightly moving, you see, so it's already panning over to the bedroom. I don't like how that's like locking onto a spot though. I still think that needs to be like more interior. Interior crocodile alligator. I drove a Chevrolet movie V8. So we come over and it actually goes more towards that door. Maybe a problem is also making it straight. Maybe I should have it already looking over to that side. So maybe pull it back a tad, but make it already looking over. So we're not coming in from a straight angle. I don't quite like the speed on that, but it's not the worst. And then, yeah, we come in, we pan over. It's not moving enough now because I've done a little bit too much of adjustment. So if we pan this over to about here, and then this needs to come over a little bit more. Yeah, nice open pan. With some rotation, obviously. Checking out this environment. Yeah, that's good. Probably want two cameras in here. Okay, so how are we looking at the start? And we swap. I mean, if we look at the camera swaps. So we've got like this coming in. We haven't got the tops and bottom having the cinematic thingy. Okay, let's get it from the start then. So our start one is coming straight in, looking at the environment. Maybe to make myself feel better about not having... Get back. Oh god, get back a singular frame. Just one. Just one. There you go. Maybe what I should be doing is... How do I take over this camera? That one. Take over this camera. Maybe what I should be doing is actually let's come back. Maybe when we get... Because now that I've got very moving camera, it makes me want to move the rest. So when we get to like here, we click transform on that, and then we actually move over to being a bit more like this to admire the whole of it. So we don't just end in a really meh shot. So that way we can look at the I was gonna say cereal. We can look at the fruit. So we do like this. So we come into the environment. Oh, the speed's a bit fast. Maybe what I need to be doing is a bit speedier at the start, like this. Why is the window glowing? Do you see that? So I feel like that's going a little too fast. Something like this. Down my screen. What is that? Oh, it's the reflection. It's the reflection of the roof down here. Like the lights at the top. I thought it was a smudge on my screen. I do think that's better. Slight rotation. Looking at the TV. Oh, wait, whoops. No, I want to... Hold on a minute. Copy. Paste. Come on, paste. What are you doing? There you go. And this one here is very slightly that way. And then when we look at the camera, come over. No, I don't like that. No, do not like that at all. Okay. Put it back over. Come into the apartment. We come over nice and slow. Yeah. That looks good. I really don't like the reflection. It keeps throwing my eyes off. And we sit there for a nice end shot, and it sits there for a couple of seconds. So to sit it for a couple of seconds, I need to give it some more time. Pull these back a little bit. And we sit there for a second, swap camera, right? Sit there for a second, swap camera. I think that's fine. This is a nice pan over. Looking at the environment, nice wide shot. Coming over. And then we're ending up over here with a nice little twist at the end. Boom. Into the bathroom. I feel like maybe it does need a pan up now though. Like, look. I'll have to... Easiest way to do this, have we got roll? Where's the bathroom one? Bathroom shot? No, not that one. Man, I'm blind. Living room, camera component. Oh, that's that one. Oh, wait. Living room, bedroom camera, bathroom camera. There it is. Jesus. Bathroom camera, transforms, rotation. Let's see what we've got so far. Let's pan that. Nope, wrong way. Pitch, that's the one. Well, that's already looking better, actually. Oh, yeah, that looks way more cinematic. I don't like not being able to see more of the toilet. That's a really weird sentence. I want to see more of the toilet. Mom. Wrong one. Wrong one. Let's lower it ever so slightly more. Let's come over to here. And then lower it even more. Lower it even more. Let's get more of that toilet in. Yeah, you see that? That looks a bit nicer. Mom, I want to see more of the toilet. Yeah, true. Steve's housing. Or what would you call it? It's housing? Steve's apartments. View our apartments today. Find a house, find a home for you. Don't just find a house, find a home. Ding. Yeah, that's quite a nice pan. Swap over to this one. See, now I'm not liking this one very much because I don't think it's got enough of a wide shot from the beginning. Here at Steve's Housing, we find homes for you. Because that's literally our job. Because how else would we get money? We love money. At Steve's Homes for You, we love making money. Oh. Let's go like this. Is that all transforms? All transforms. Yeah, I feel like I'm focusing too much on like going, whoa, I want this cool shot, because I just don't think it's enough. No, I don't think it's enough. It's literally just part of a shower. I don't need that. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I need it. Then we pan it back like this, and we have the shower just on the right side of our vision. Like that. Yeah. That's better. Let's check that. So we have a nice little pan down here. And then we pan across. We see nice reflections in our tiles and in the mirror. Come across. And over here. Coming from here. Pan around. That's got such a dodginess to that. You see that right here. It doesn't quite follow through as well. Let's not worry about that for now. Okay. We haven't done the tops and bottoms of the crop on this yet. If we want the crop on it. Really depends. Let's go bedroom. Bedroom camera. What was the crop? The crop was 2.15. 2.15. There you go. So it looks more like this. So that way, if we look at that camera again, we'll see how it looks with the cinematic shot on it. Comes through. Pans over. Looks at the rest of the scene. It's pretty good. Yeah, we've got the lights on in this room, haven't we? Oh, so the question is, do we actually want it to become nighttime as we go? Because again, it's not very difficult to do that, because all I basically have to do is move our directional light. Basically it. If I disconnect from here, As this gets moved down, it should make the interior dark. Yeah. Right, so all it would need to be, because I think there's actually a value for it as well, right? It might be in the overall sun settings. Time zone. Oh, I see. So it depends on where you live. That looks really cool. Is it just that one then? Problem is, obviously, we've got this here, so we take this out and then go to the fog, and the fog would need to be changed as well. Yeah. Now, if we go to the sun, so what, 0.5 originally. Ignore the black abyss outside. As that changes, it should make it look like the sun's setting. It'll get really dark until it gets to here. Then any room with lights in it, you'll get lit up like this. And if we look over here, oh, we got some lights on in there. As we look over here, we've got a lit up bathroom because this is all lit up already. And then basically all your lights would turn on as it shifts to nighttime. See, I feel like it's not... I want it to be like that. I feel like if we're sitting over here in a dark environment, that's sort of what we'd want, maybe? I like darker scenes more than the average person. Like, the darkness really doesn't bother me, so I get told I need to make them brighter all the time, so... might be a little bit underplaying that a little bit. Yeah. That's what it would look like if all our lights were on. Wait, what value were these now? 0.25. There was a 0 in there. Is it not going to pull up my auto exposure enough? Wow, it's not. Okay. See, I think that's way too bright in my opinion. Again, my opinion on brightness is usually wrong because people like brighter scenes. Why? I guess they are lower down is probably the problem. So we'll put it to 0.5. Oh, and you'd actually have to give the material on them that's like an emissive material light. There you go. Well, that is bright. What he's called spotlight. That one. There you go. So now it looks like they're actually on. So we've actually got a normally lit up apartment. Oh, we actually haven't got a light in here. I'm going to undo all of this, so this is going to have to be re-added, but we'd want a light in here as well. Like that, there you go. Oh, it's giving a nice hit of light here. A nice hit of light. Oh, it's a nice hit of light. But you could also have the lights off and just have the lamps on, for example. There's a lot you could do here. That light's for some reason off, but whatever. Would also maybe close the curtains, which I don't know if would look good, but yeah, all I would do is stretch them because I haven't done really too much for them. But basically just like that. So we've got closed curtains, similar in here. It's not the best way to achieve a closed curtain, but that plus moving it. Yeah, and this would look like a nighttime version. Very nice lit scene. Now let's undo all of that. Your bedside light. Yeah, I think that would be better too. But that's just with like all the normal lights on. Thank you very much for the follow. I didn't see the name. Oh, is it LM? How was your day? It was pretty good. Ellen Emiralas. I'm terrible at saying names. I am from the UK. Ooh, look at... Ooh. Let's get my lighting all back to normal. I think it's... Yeah, when it reaches there, right? What am I doing now? Oh, the camera. No. No. Edit. Redo. Edit. Redo. Edit. Redo. Edit. Redo. Redo. I think that's fine. I don't do anything IRL at the moment. I lost my job. I was working as a 3D artist at a company, and I lost my job about September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So at the end of this month would be 8 months ago I lost my job, and I still haven't been able to find one. Admittedly, I did go to Japan for a month in that time. So about 3 months I wasn't looking for work. So I've basically been looking for work for about 5 months and not got anything yet. Because my work isn't good enough, unfortunately. I need to improve. Let me just read everything. Yeah, my day's been pretty good. I've just been working on cameras, setting up cameras in this environment at the moment. Just a basic ArcViz environment, nothing too insane. But I'm just, yeah, getting some basic cameras. But that speeds up a little too much. Someone's messaging me. Oh, weather here has been terrible recently. As much as it's for an English person to say it's been raining a lot, it's been raining a lot. We've had a couple of storms. So much that my window was leaking. You know, like how you got a vent at the top of your window? The storm was so bad, it was just shooting water up in there. It was leaking through, even when it was closed. I put, like, my freaking towel. I put a shirt up there that I wore yesterday just to soak up all the water that was coming down. I'm just rewatching all of these cameras to see how I like them. It's pretty good, pretty good. That's the last camera shot we got at the moment. So how long do I want this to sit here? Let's pan over. That's this shot finish. That's where I probably want it to change. Weather's been weird. Well, it keeps, like, literally. We had, like, by the way, I'm a student of visual arts and work related to it. Oh, okay. It was like really links. You can't. Oh, actually, it might work on Kick. Go for it. You can post a link. I'll show it on stream if you want. So when you're like amazing compared to me, I'm like, oh crap, this guy's a student. You said he's a student, right? Yeah. Does it let you post a link? Have you got an art station? Or you could join the Reddit. The Discord. Oh, I haven't got that link on. Have I? Have you joined? No. There's a share page on my Discord if it's not working actually on Kick. Something's on me. Kick. I will add you, I guess. That's a lot of effort. How do you add people again? I should really put the Discord link in my thingy. Let me, can I do that now? I'll do this. Check my portfolio. Did you put a link in? Could I just put your name in? Is that like your name for your portfolio? Have you got an art station? I imagine that's correct. Yeah, let me post the link to the Discord because that'd be easier. Oh, fine. Actually. How do I add? Friends? Add friend. ELENAM. Yes. There you go. Success! Did that send you a friend request? There you are. Hello. Send me your art and I'll have a look at it. Is it 2D? Because you've got a drawing for your portfolio, for your profile pic. I want to see. I won't criticize it because you've not told me to. Well, if it's not 3D, I can't really criticize it because I suck at 2D art. Oh, like design work. Oh, that's cool. Like graphics design. All right, if you insist. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like these. Spock Daddy. Oh no. I just in case, I'm not interested in paying for any design work, because people have added me before and asked me if I wanted to be. No, it's cool. They're just to say what's happening. They're just asking if they want to make something. I mean, feel free if you want to just randomly make something out of fun, but I'm fine. I don't need anything. But your stuff's really cool. I wish I could do stuff like this. I really like the you've got like a One Piece one in there. Grim Reaper one. Yeah, sounds really cool. How much is this like stuff you've been paid for? Because I'm always curious at kind of like what pay ranges people actually pay to get some of this stuff. Anyways, so we want one more angle, right? From maybe here. That I don't really know. I'd like to make my own chair. This isn't mine. So the things that aren't mine in this room are this. Technically the paintings, but they're so basic. I'm gonna like the painting themselves, not mine, but the frames are so basic. I don't see the point of making my own. I've literally, this is my frame over here. It's basically the exact same thing except a different aspect ratio. So I don't really care about remaking that. This. See, that's also really basic, so I don't mind that. These aren't mine. The rest is mine. So I'm not too fussed with making everything mine at the moment. It is basic over here. I could always do slippers. Slippers, that's a good idea. Like some slippers, you know, like when people get out of the bed. Slipper. I have one in my head that I want to see if I can see. You know, like the ones that you basically see your bare foot and it's only got... It's like a... Almost like a flip-flop. If I write slipper flip-flop, will I get what I'm looking for? No, not really. Oh, yeah, like these ones. Except that's not quite it, but... They're like these sort of ones, but all fabric and not this weird material. I want to make one like that. I just want a decent enough reference to work with. So they look right when I'm done. Yeah. So let's get like the basic shape done. See, a shoe. I need a top-down look of one. A shoe is like slightly shaped. Top-down shoe shape. Yeah, like this. I'm just gonna grab this and use it as a reference. It's not obviously what I'm designing when you see it, but it's just gonna help me get the shape correct. Ooh, where did I just move it? Where did it go? Where did it go? What the heck? Alright. Ah, yeah, we'll leave it this way. So let me quickly redo the shape and we'll just basically trace around this. We're going to leave it as minimal as possible, then we're just going to subdivide it. If we actually subdivide it now, we can actually adjust the shape to be a bit closer to what we're looking for. Cool, that's roughly the shape we're looking for. I'm going to make the top a little bit rounder. Because it's slippers, so a bit more like that. Cool, so that's going to be the sole of the shoe, or the slipper. Get my image of slippers again. I've lost it. There you go. Yeah, kind of like this. Ooh, what was happening over here? Why did that look so weird when I... Yeah, why are they pinching there? Huh? Huh? Why is it's almost like it's creasing there? Oh, I bet the normals are facing the wrong way. Yeah, that'd be the reason. So this needs to come up like this because it's usually a bit sharp over here. The bottoms come in a little bit and feel like that. It's fine. Slippers tend to be not the most like they don't usually have like trainers where they have like a much better shape here, where you get like the bit that lifts up and then, well, not quite. Yeah, a bit more like that. You know what I mean? Most of these slippers just look completely flat at the soles, so I'm going to keep them completely flat at the soles because if I don't need it to be more detailed, I won't. So yeah, I'm going to just do the one I'm looking over here. So it does this kind of thing, and then it comes down, and you get the other one. Oh, that's not really working. Comes up, and then it basically only has the front to it, so it only needs to do it from here. And yeah, basically just does a like sort of like this thing again. It's got a lot of subdivisions on it, so we'll just do something like this. Attach that to there. Pull you down. We'll keep it somewhat aligned, as long as it matches up with that part. Build 3 lines. I actually haven't done a whole lot of 3D modeling in a hot second. Just as I've been out of work, I've not really had too much of actually doing some manual 3D modeling. Just some random hard surface things. It's not been too complicated. It's amazing how sometimes jumping to something that's a little bit more like what this is. Like this is kind of... I wonder what happens if I do this. This is kind of organic, but it's not really at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like it's not really organic, but it's enough that the shape isn't super hard surface. It's amazing how when you haven't done it for a bit, you get like this really weird feeling of like, oh, it's just these are very soft, like looking edges, and yeah, this definitely needs to be pulled over. We'll come up to a point in the middle. There you go. Cool, that's where your foot would go into. And we want to do the same sort of thing here. We don't need to make it look better or anything, unless we want a really close-up shot of it, which I very much doubt we're going to be doing. We shouldn't need it to be too detailed. I just want a basic, mostly a silhouette, this shape, and then we're just going to throw some materials on it, probably some tiling stuff. Well, it's actually coming out a bit sharper than I thought it would. Bit too long at the top, I think. We said the whole thing. I feel like it needs to be a bit. It's a little bit too long. I feel like, yeah, but like that looks a bit better. Make sure it's colliding with that area. And any problem is I should have probably subdivided it first because I've got all this extra detail over here. Let me... Not subdivided, sorry. Basically solidified it. Because I want to actually give it some thickness. Oh, there you go. Yeah, like that. That way it's actually some thickness. But because of the way I've modeled it, I should probably done that part of the model later. So let me get rid of this quickly. I really want to order some takeaway. I've just all of a sudden got the urge to want takeaway. My taste buds. So for those of you who don't know, I had a tonsillectomy recently. I know some people here are probably like, yeah, you don't shut up about it. I got a tonsillectomy recently, and my taste buds have been pretty just like terrible. Solidify first. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I still want... You'd have to bevel it, right? Bevel it second. Like, ooh. 60%. 80%. That's not working. Oh, no, bevel. Yeah, solidify then bevel, right? Oh, there you go. Cool. So it's got a little bit of a thickness. Subdivide is surprisingly not doing as much as I thought it would. Let's just do 3 and I can optimize it a little bit. So let's just strape it around this. So what we can do is as this comes into here... actually, we need to do the inside of the shoe anyway. Let me... Oh, we've already got that, yeah? Yeah, so let's pull that in. And then we could just fill. Not always the best solution. If I do this and then do a fill, we'll have a bit of a harder edge. That way we get something more like that. And this is just going to be like a fabric. I'm not really going to put a lot of effort into doing this. I could pull this in a bit more and then pull it down and pull it forward. To maybe sound like that. Give it a little bit of a shape, but I don't think it matters. Again, I'm not doing anything fancy. We'll pull it down to give it a little bit of a shape. Now for here... Pull you down to match with that. Actually, no, what we'll do is we'll do a second one like this. Here you go. Put it down to the bottom, and then we'll match that to that as close as possible. Like this, you know what I mean? That. Make sure this isn't clipping. Oh, some bangers of songs that are playing for me right now. Not for you guys, but for me. So like this. It is a little bit sharper here. I've actually got an interview coming up soon. Complaining about not finding work. I do have an interview coming up, which is nice. It's always nice having interviews coming up, even if I don't get the job. People really, really don't know the joy of being me and actually getting some interviews. It's super nice. What we're going to do actually is do this. Tony 1, convert. That's nice. We'll convert. Subdivide again. And then what I want to do is what I did earlier, where we're giving this part of thickness over here. I would want to do that, but not select the edges. Actually, yeah, I only need to do like here to here, like that, and then pull that out like that. Not quite. Yeah, I really want takeaway all of a sudden. I actually might get a takeaway. Let's do a, you know what? Let's do this, delete edge loop. And let's select this entire bit here. And just increase that, there you go. And then if we do, what does it look like? Oh, right. So this gets pulled over here, pull this over here. And here. Yep, and then this part slightly gets pulled in. So you get that little look. Yeah, look at that. You get like the little slipper look. Yeah, that's basically all I really want. You could always do like that pad bit in the middle, where it comes up like this. So you get like this little pad bit like that. You know what I mean? Maybe it should be a little bit closer to the actual edge. So unsubdivide. I'm not caring about subdivision because we've got nanites and it's ArcViz. As a million people have told me who've worked in ArcViz, you don't need to care too much about polycount. And I know there are some people who are going to disagree with that because people always like to disagree, but that's what I've always been told by people who've worked in ArcViz. Just like bevel. Yeah. Pull it up a little bit more. Cool. And then you basically just want, you know what? Does the shape look right? Do I want it to be longer? I've kind of like changed it enough that maybe it does need to be a bit longer. Just doesn't look quite right. This part looks too thick here, right? Yeah. Actually, a lot of it looks quite thick. Slightly thinner there. Slightly thinner there. Slightly thinner there. Pull this up, I think. That. I feel like it just has too many edge loops, the issue. We're getting quite enough smoothness out of our subdivides. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I don't know, actually. Maybe I Maybe I've done a bit of a bad one there. Yeah, like, it's quite high poly. It's fine. -1. It doesn't look like it's... Do it around 3D cursor. Yeah, it's like tilted, isn't it? With an oopsie-doopsie. Yeah, it's like slightly rotated. I guess maybe we're supposed to be doing it so it aligns there, like this. Oopsie-doopsie on that one. Like that. And pull it out slightly so it looks a little separated, and then do this. Yeah, that works. That's fine. Again, they're just very quick slippers. I'm not looking to make the best looking slippers in the world. Oh, wait, no. Ridge. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely fine. So I only need one, because then I could just copy and paste it and mirror it in Engine. Make sure they're not got the wrong back face on them. Hello! Raj Chaludia. Yeah, I definitely pronounced that correctly. How is it going from YouTube, my friendo? We are making a shoe or a slipper. For the environment, it's this. I just wanted some slippers over here because I thought maybe it'd help add a little bit. So the unwrap on this will be very easy because we'll just do a mark seam there, and then that can actually unwrap like it is. I am look start you video. Thank you. Oh, maybe not. We'll just do another cut here then. That would kind of work, but you'd still get this. So what we could do is cut here. The problem with that is I worry about the material that I'm going to be probably just plastering across it. Yeah, so you get something like this. I mean, I could make it a little bit easier on it, but by just doing this and having two seams, and we get these two thick ones that look quite nice. And then our last one would just be this. And I'll just basically do a seam across the entire thing like that. And then this, like this. This. You know what I'm saying? Problem is, if I'm doing a tiling texture, you won't get the extra detailing here that I probably would need. So I could model it if I really want to, but I think that might be overkill. The model on that would be something just like this. Ooh. And then we'd slightly. Why are you going that direction? Slightly do this, and then slightly do this. That is not working correctly at all. I mean, first of all, I don't want it to come down here. Oh, it's because they're all facing different directions. There you go. No, so you probably only want it to like here, disconnect that. Probably like only here, disconnect that, boom, boom, boom. And then you could select. Yeah, I'm trying to do this a little bit cheatsy, but like that. And then you'd bevel this. There's actually, I mean, what does it look like that? Basically like that, right? You'll have these little bits there. Like that. I mean, it works. It's probably a little overkill, but it works. Because you could just texture that in. But I just want to put a tiling texture on it because it's easier for what I'm doing. You wouldn't need this interior face at all. And it's very good. Thank you. Just like that. And you've got that little extra bit of detail there. You know what? What if we subdivide it one more time? Again, we're using Lumen. We don't need to worry about poly count, really. I know some people will probably disagree with that, but everywhere I look online, everyone's just telling me, don't worry if you're using Lumen, you can have it as high quality as possible. So I'm going to believe them. Oh, that's a terrible pack. You know what? What if I just do this then? Not terrible. I mean, the whole of this part doesn't really need to have a high poly on it at all. High poly? Doesn't need to have much room on it at all. Where are you from? I am from the UK. England, to be more specifico. And to be more specific on that, I'm from the south of England. Which seems to get made fun of a lot recently. I don't... I've been told by an American recently that my accent isn't like a... it was like, you just don't sound that English. I was like, really? That makes a change. Most Americans I speak to are like, whoa, you sound like instantly, damn, that's the most British accent I've ever heard. I'm just like, oh, really? But yes, and America said, no, your accent's not very British, like that British at all. I was like, whoa. I have not come to India. No. I'd like to. It'd be pretty cool. I've had some friends who've gone to India. Barkviz Slipper. Slipper, there you go. No, I'd like to go to India. I think India would definitely be a place I'd like. I'd like to try the food, mostly. I went to Japan for a month. I know it's not the same thing at all, but just, you know, a country with a lot of different food compared to my country. And they were very interesting. I loved the food there. I think what I'd want to do, actually, is make this interior part a lighter material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this out into 2 separate materials and then assign that to this one. And then re-export it. Oh, itch. This is going to be huge, isn't it? Yeah. I've been getting into the habit of actually scaling them properly in Blender. Because what you can do is you can scale them in the build settings in here, but... because that's probably still going to be too big. So now I'll do it in the build settings. Build. Which is in here. If you go into the actual mesh, like I just did, and you type build up here, you can then start scaling it itself here. Which is somewhere down here. And if you just click apply anywhere, it should scale it for me. There you go. They're probably more realistic scale. If they're not quite right now, I could always just like... woo, 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 woo. Yeah, I think they maybe need to be a fraction bigger. So we'll do... you know, you're there. That should be around here, right? We want this one inverted. So we're going to go minus, untick this, minus... because we obviously want it to be his left and right. We'll slightly shift them, pull them out a tad, and we'll have them slightly tilted this way too, like so. Yeah. I have a bunch of different, probably this one, different materials I could use. I've not really got stuff that could work really for this, but I think this should work fine, right? Like that. Yeah. That works, right? It's obviously when you're really close, you kind of lose some of that magic, but it's more the wrinkles than anything. There you go. Flat those wrinkles out. Squish that cat. Squish that cat. Oh, wrong way. There you go. Now we've got these more flatter looking. Wow, that is Maybe tone down the tiling on that a little bit. Oh, that one. That one. There you go. Tiling? Scale? Probably got scale. Fabric pattern shift. Wrinkle scale. Oh, wrinkle scale. Fabric scale. There you go. So we'll go like 5. Yeah, that looks already better. And this one. Fabric scale 5 again. I feel like that one needs to be more. A bit more like that. There you go. Hold on a minute. Are they actually there or are they inverted? No, I think they're there. Yeah, they're there. There you go. And we've got some basic slippers. Just to have there in the scene. You know what? I did have a mirror. And I was thinking if I want to have that in. Standing mirror. Standing mirror. I was thinking if I wanted it... What did I say? Oh, there was a place I thought I might want it and I've forgotten. Can't really have it there because it'd be in front of the cupboard. Maybe I said I was going to have it over there when it was empty before I had that in there. Well, maybe. I don't know. Problem is like the mirrors in here just look so bad. Ooh. As soon as you do it from that angle, it's fine. As soon as you like look directly at it. Ooh. Oh, you know what? Something we could put in here are some light switches. What is that? That was a door. Keeps the right height if I just copy it over from its location. Just like an extra bit. You can't even really see it. Like it's right there. But it's something that you might know. Especially if I give you guys a scene to fly around. Which would always, this is always pretty cool. When you walk in, you usually just want to put the lights. I guess it'll be like here. It's got 2 plug sockets on it. 2 switches on it, which is a bit weird. But oh, I guess it could turn on the living room actually. So we'll just have a light here. You'll not really see that in any of the videos though, so it's fine. I wonder what that would look like with this wood. Probably not very good. Or even like a darker one. Oh no, that's terrible. Way too dark. Ooh. Okay. What about dark? Oh Jesus. Very squeaky. What was I gonna do? I lost train of thought. The slippers look too small now. I knew it was gonna break the other one. 1.4 minus 1.4. How big are people's feet? I don't like the color in there now that I've done it. Maybe I will make it the same color. Yeah, I think I like that more. It's just like a slight extra thing. It's like just because we got a camera angle coming in here, I think it just adds to have it there, you know. Look at that. Oh, plug sockets. I was gonna say, oh. You have one by the telly, one by the telly. And probably one by the desk, which would be like underneath, like here. Oh, probably one over there. Ooh, it'll have to be on the right wall. Probably finish up what I'm doing soon because I want to watch the rest of Fallout. And I might order food because I feel really hungry for takeaway. I know takeaway's bad for me, but... Yeah, like that. There you go. That looks cool. It's like a little extra feature right there. Okay. We'll call it done for today. I'll probably want one more camera angle. But we're definitely almost there. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me complain about stuff and watching me do a little bit of work. Yeah, I will catch you guys when I stream next. Hopefully I won't spend too many days being lazy or playing games with friends. But yeah, I will catch you guys then. Bye. Oh, great stream. Bye. Bye, Hot Rude. I'm hi and bye. Bye.